The second half of this tense FA Cup final began as expected, with Man City having good possession. Bernardo Silva was dropping back into midfield, trying to get on the ball more to create something for his team. Early on, Chris Richards made two very strong and very important defensive headers for Palace. City were happy just to keep two at the back and push on the rest of the team, and Palace knew if they could somehow nick the ball, the break would be on again. The question for Pep Guardiola was how long would he persist with Silva and De Bruyne before he would think about maybe bringing on Foden. On 57 minutes, the Wembley roof nearly soars away as Palace think they've scored a second goal. And this time from Daniel Munoz. It came from a long throw from Richard, which bounces around in the penalty area. And after hitting an initial shot, Munoz's shot is saved by Ortega. Then Munoz follows this ball up and slots the ball past the City goalkeeper. But then the Wembley roof comes crashing back down again for those Palace fans when the goal is deemed to be offside, with Sarr in an offside position from Munoz's first shot and interfering with the goalkeeper's perhaps view of the goal. I think a fair call overall. It's a lifeline for City and the game is still on. On 65 minutes, Nico O'Reilly picks up a yellow card for pulling back Munoz, and on 66 minutes, Kamada has a dipping volley just over the bar for Palace, which reminds City that they're still in the game. And Kamada should also be credited with a great block from Silva just before Munoz's disallowed goal. Adam Wharton was doing a good job in midfield for Palace, covering a lot of ground and disrupting City's offensive flow. We're now at the 70th minute, and this is a credit to Manchester to Palace in how they have restricted City's opportunities. Mateta at this point is almost playing so far back as to be almost a centre half. We're now into the stage of the game of tired legs and tired minds. Since half-time it has been relentless City pressure, but nothing to show for it substantial. But they do have a good chance on 74 minutes with De Bruyne finally finding O'Reilly free in the box. He must shoot, but dallies and Palace can get a block in. City then give a surprise debut to their young Argentinian player Echeverri, with Foden also coming on, and it's Marmoush and Savinha who go off. Perhaps Pep is hoping Palace won't be prepared for any tricks the young Argentinian may have up his sleeve. Palace respond with Nketiah coming on for Mateta, who had screened very well in front of the rest of his team. That Pep has still kept faith with De Bruyne and Silva seems to me that he doesn't think presently he is anyone better to come on, which is perhaps a worry for City fans for now and for the future. On 84 minutes, we see examples of the tiredness that is creeping into De Bruyne's game, understandably. He gets a yellow card for stopping a Palace break with a motion that speaks of tiredness. And at 85 minutes, he is dispossessed easily when trying to lead a charge through the Palace midfield. The game then is heading into 90 minutes without any major incident, and City perhaps feeling that there's nothing else that they can try. Perhaps they've given up. Perhaps they feel that there's nothing that they've tried can get through this impressive Palace rearguard. But they're given hope when the board goes up for 10 added minutes. A cheer from the City fans who feel that time perhaps is still on their side. Then De Bruyne on 92 minutes has a rushed half volley which we see curl wide, but it's by a safe distance. Another scare on 95 minutes for Palace as Richards delays in clearing, and Echeverri has a stab at the loose ball inside the box, but Henderson blocks the shot. It must be said that Haaland has never really been in this game. We would play so compressed around the Palace penalty area and marshalled by as many as 3 Palace defenders at any one time. He perhaps could be forgiven for not being able to find any space, but I often feel that he's too predictable and never makes an effort to try something different. As 100 minutes is reached, the Palace fans, who have cheered and supported their team throughout, finally can celebrate the first major trophy in the club's history. A delightful moment for them and for everyone associated with the club. City pressed and pressed, but were not able to pry open Palace's well-marshalled defence. The game was ultimately won on one of Palace's rare forays forward, with their star man Eze providing the golden moment. Amazing feat for new coach Oliver Glasner as well, and as well the neutrals will also be happy, I think, with this result. The 144th FA Cup is heading to South London. It finished Crystal Palace 1, Manchester City 0.